And after the last, if you remember the first race these guys had here, coming across for the checkered flag, Landon Abbott was the winner. Reno Marchetti was second, and Randy Akers was third. And at the start-finish line, Reno Marchetti brake-checked the 21. And so they had a couple of words afterwards, so now they're starting just inside and outside of one another for this event. So this ought to be pretty wild just between those two cars.
It's always exciting here for the Super Streets.
And I tell you what, he had a little bit of trouble in that first race this season, but Sammy Gaeta on the outside of the front row, Mike, this is going to be something else when he gets that pace truck out the way. He sees nothing but racetrack. I watch him for that 24 car to take off.
Sammy's got a lot of fans, and so does Rod Bazitsky in the two back there working his way up. He will give it a shot. 12 and 24 up front. Sean Calloway, Sammy Gaeta. Landon Abbott in the 70 down on the inside. Thinking about making it 3 wide, but thinks better of that. And a great race side by side for the lead. Sammy Gaeta on the outside of the 12 of Sean Calloway. Reno Marchetti, the fastest in qualifying today after they inverted the top 4. Now it almost looks like that Reno was going to make it 3 wide, but he thinks better about that. He's got pressure on his back bumper. And that's one of the best in the Super Streets, the 21 of Randy Akers, the Hugh Church, number 21. Reno down on the inside, trying to take away that third position from Sammy Gaeta. But
yeah, Mike, and just like the first race of the season, it looks like the 24 car is just pushing. He can't get to the bottom of the track, and the car's just bulldozing through the center of the corner off, and he's losing spots. Every couple of laps, he loses a spot, but right now, Landon Abbott all up the back end of Sean Calloway's car in the 3 by.
Landon Abbott halfway up next to the 12 for the lead on Sean Calloway as Sammy Gaeta drops back to 5th. Randy Akers able to make the pass in car 21. Tyrex 01. Reno Marchetti now will try for that second spot. He's down on the inside as Landon Abbott makes the pass, takes the lead from Calloway. Sean goes back to the 3rd spot. Five laps completed out of 40 for the Super Streets. Keep in mind, the Boogity Boogity bus will roll off next. So all the kids that want to get on the bus, now's the time to do it towards the end of this race. Buck?
Yeah, Mike, just like our first race, once again, the 70 car of Abbott out front, the 01 of Marchetti in second. And Marchetti tried to move him a couple of times the first race of the night, but these two are teammates. So you definitely don't want to rough up the guy you're helping build his car. He's helping you build yours. And now you've got to try to see what you can do with either making him make a mistake or finessing him out of the way. And they're about maybe 2-3 feet apart, and it gets less than that as they enter the corner sometimes.
Like you said, Buck, sometimes you got to finesse that thing. 70 Landon Abbott has the lead, but Reno looks like he might have a little bit faster car. Also, the 21 Randy Akers comes up to the back end on the 12 of Sean Calloway for that 3rd spot. Sammy Gaeta finally got his car down on the inside, the 7 Cities Vapes machine, that yellow and black machine. And Reno took a peek on the inside that time on Landon Abbott for the lead. 8 laps out of 40. Landon Abbott leads Reno Marchetti, Sean Calloway, Randy Akers, and Sammy Gaeta. Buck?
Yeah, just like what you hear Sammy sometimes say when he's up there with you in the booth. You're watching the 70 roll in very good. He'll pull about half a car length, but then Marchetti will close that car length up on the exit. So the 70's good in, the 01's good off, and here comes Akers to the inside down the front stretch.
Akers was dirt tracking it out of turn 4 to make the move down on the inside to make the pass on Sean Calloway. And he does, and they're side by side as Sammy Gaeta makes the move and moves up to 4th past Calloway. Still a great race for the lead between Landon Abbott and Reno Marchetti. Landon Abbott, Reno Marchetti, Randy Akers, Sammy Gaeta, Sean Calloway, top 5. Chris Spangler, Matt Morgan, Bill Aker, Rod Bazitsky, Craig Warren, Jason Michaud, and Jim Bennett. Landon Abbott leads the points here at Langley. He's got the win so far this year. Reno Marchetti second in the points. Then Randy Akers, Sammy Gaeta, Sean Calloway. Almost the way that they're running here. Butterfoss and Barton Orthodontic Super Streets at Langley Speedway, and a great battle between Landon Abbott and Reno Marchetti up front. Landon Abbott of Enrico with Nolte Machine and Welding, Woods Mobile Glass, Gene Nichols, Gabby's Graphics, Team Chooch, and LA Engineering. Reno, Tyrex of Richmond, RC Luck Excavation, Jen's 2 Cents, Time and Pay, Cornerstone Insurance, Woods Body Shop, Bale Office Products, Sandston Cleaners, Gabby's Graphics, and LA Engineering also for the 0-1. So like Buck said, they're pretty much teammates. Randy Akers in the 21 of Gloucester, Virginia with Hugh Church and Associates, Betts Automotive, Performance Graphics, Gene Nichols, RP Racing Engines, and One Piece Fabrication along with Rita Akers. Sammy Gator, the 24. Sammy in 4th position, Sean Calway right there in 5th. And again, Reno trying to get by the 70 of Landon Abbott for the lead. It is lap 16 out of 40. Sammy Gator back there in 4th position now, just ahead of Sean Calway. You got BrianGrilly.com, 7 Cities Vapes, AYSO, Burgess Lawn Care, also Amsoil and East Coast Synthetics, a few of the sponsors on the 24. Now on the inside of Randy Akers for that 3rd position. Akers on the outside. Sammy makes the pass, and he's got 3rd, but Randy not giving up so easily. Now he will drop back in line down the front straightaway. Great race for the Super Streets. Landon Abbott and Reno Marchetti still nose to tail on the back straightaway, separated by about a car length as they make their way between turns 3 and 4. Average speed is about 76 miles an hour for these automobiles as an average. Great race back and forth between Sammy Gator and Randy Akers for that 3rd position. They continue to trade positions back and forth. Fun to watch. And here goes another battle shaping up between Reno Marchetti and Landon Abbott for that lead. So Sammy goes back to 4th, just ahead of Sean Calway. Chris Spangler back there being quiet. In the 6th position in the 3 car, the 50X is Matt Morgan. Ron Pazitsky in the 2 and 8th position. Craig Warren in the 47 9th, Jason Machad in 46 and 10th, Jim Bennett in 50 is 11th, and Bill Aker is out after 15 laps. It's lap 22. Something happened with Bill Aker's 22. We'll see if Buck is able to get a word with him. Also, Sean Calway comes down into the pits, and he was up there in the top 5. Started the race in the top spot, and the 22 also on pit road, Bill Aker, and it looks like Sean Calway's day is done in the 12. Great race shaping up again as Reno's going to try it on the outside of Landon Abbott, and there's heavy traffic just ahead. Buck?
Yeah, I'm down here with Bill Aker's machine right now. They're trying to get him to shut everything off, make sure everything's off so they can check stuff and maybe bump the... There it goes. It came to life just then. Something happened and shut the motor off. It came down pit road, not under fire, so they're getting him to, they're just checking the motor back and forth, so maybe I'll get a word with him here in a second, but they are getting it to start. What happened, buddy?
It just shut off on us. I'm not sure what's wrong. I think we just figured it out. I think we just had a wire come undone. I think Gene just fixed it for us.
There you go. All right, so there you go. The motor just shut off on him. It looks like number 1 plug wire came off, so that kills the coil. And the car just shut off, and then just now found it and put it back together, and now they got the engine running. He's climbing in the car, putting his helmet back on. He's going to try to get back out here and finish these 40 laps, Mike.
Well, Buck, look outside. Look at the front straightaway. It's side by side for the lead between the 70 and the 0-1. Reno Marchetti and Landon Abbott fighting it out for the lead. Lap after lap, side by side, just like we saw in the late model stock car division. Great race for the lead. Reno not giving up. On the outside, Reno, and they made it 3 wide going around the lap machine as they dove in the corner between 3 and 4. But what a great race between these two. Landed on the inside. Renault on the outside in the blue 0-1. Sammy Gaeta watching this in the 24. He's in third spot. Randy Akers, the 21, fourth, and Chris Spangler up to fifth in car 3. There goes Ron Pazitsky to the outside of the 46 of Jason Michaud. He's in seventh position. They're fighting it out just ahead of the leaders, the 70 and the 0-1. And look how dead even they are for speed. But,
and Mike, the whole time you're watching your leaders go at it, there's a battle for fifth right now. Matt Morgan having a whale of a run in his 50 machine. He's now challenging the number 3 machine of Chris Spangler for fifth. So both of those guys trying to get a top 5 tonight. Looks like Spangler got the best of that battle as your lead battle continues in turns 3 and 4.
You don't know where to look, do you? It's awesome. And they're bumping and banging for the lead. The two teammates, the 70 and the 0-1, Abbott and Marchetti. 31 laps completed out of 40. Anybody's guess on who's going to win this one, the 70 or the 0-1. Or maybe it's going to be Sammy Gaeta in the 24 back in third spot. Again, they're rubbing off each other. Sideways out of 4. Renault on the outside. Landon Abbott down on the bottom of the racetrack in the 70. Closing up on Ron Pazitsky in the 2.
Mike, I know they have transponders, but they were dead even at the line. There was no shadow, no nose, no nothing. That time to 70 by about 6 inches at the line.
Ron Pazitsky in the Beach Radiator number 2 showing great sportsmanship as he went down on the inside to let the faster cars, the leaders, go by on the outside. This time, Renault gets a good move and a good bite on the outside as he went into 3, but back fighting him again. It's Landon Abbott using up the sheet metal on the right side for the 70 and on the left side for the 0-1. Going to be 5 laps to go next time by for these two, who still race door to door, wheel to wheel. Butterfoss and Barton are getting their money's worth on this sponsorship for the Super Streets. And again, body slamming each other in between turns 1 and 2. Neither one wants to give up. Oh, hard in the wall on the back straightaway.
It's both your lead. Both of you. The 70 winner. Come on, microphone. The 70 went around. The 0-1 started sideways first, but the 70 ended up going around. Marchetti saves it. But I tell you what, for a second there, it almost handed the win, handed the lead at least, right over to Sammy Gaeta. So he will be second now. I don't know if the 70 got the wall or not back there.
Oh, yeah, he got the wall hard.
Because obviously it's behind the building back there, Mike. But I saw the 2 touch in the middle of 1 and 2. And then I saw the 0-1 literally pointing towards the infield. He was so sideways. And then all of a sudden I saw him come out from behind the building. The 70 did not.
Yeah, he hit the wall a ton over there on the backside there, Buck. And the whole front end of his automobile is torn up. Got the front bumper hanging off. And the whole front end of the automobile pushed in on the engine. And it was a hard impact. And these are not soft walls here at Langley Speedway.
Good job by that 33 team getting that young lady out there to at least keep her in that points battle.
Also, they've got the brand new Macy Causey US 1061 t-shirts on sale at the souvenir stands. And they're nice looking shirts too. Krispy Kreme cone is coming to effect. And the 3 is going to give it a shot. Chris Spangler, he's got a fast race car. Let's see what he can do. Matt Morgan also in the 50. On the inside, it's going to be Reno Marchetti, Sammy Gaeta, and the 21 of Randy Akers. Jason Michaud in the 46. 47, Craig Warren. That other 50, Jim Bennett. The 22 is back in it. And that is, of course, Bill Aker. And the 2, Rod Bazitsky. Green flag action again for the final 5 laps of the Super Streets from Butterfoss and Barton Orthodontics at Langley Speedway. The 3 had to give way to the 0-1, Reno Marchetti. Sammy trying to get up to speed. Sammy Gaeta. And he's got pressure down on the inside. Randy Akers, and up high in the marbles is going to be the 50 of Matt Morgan. He drops back a little bit. And now the Jason Michaud 46 comes underneath. Or tries to get under there. Sammy back to 4th position in the 24. Bill Aker has called it a day, takes the number 22 into the pits. Well, taking the Krispy Kreme cone has worked out really good for Chris Spangler. He's up to the 2nd spot. Randy Akers 3rd, and then it's Sammy Gaeta 24 in 4th. And Matt Morgan in 5th in the 50. Then Craig Warren comes to life in the 47 as he passes Jason Michaud. The Beach Radiator number 2 on the back bumper of the 46 of Jason Michaud. 2 laps to go. Next time it's going to be 1. Reno Marchetti sees the white flag, letting him know there's 1 lap to go before the victory. The Tyrex 0-1. Bazitsky will try and get a position as he goes to the inside of the 46 of Jason Michaud here on the last lap of this race. But the winner of the race, Reno Marchetti, he will take over the points lead as well in the Tyrex 0-1. Great run for Chris Spangler, finishing 2nd, then Randy Akers and Sammy Gaeta. Matt Morgan in the 50. Ron Bazitsky beats out the 46 there to the end. Matt Morgan in the 50 and 5th. Bazitsky comes up to 6th place in the 2. Buzz having a good run, then Jason Michaud in the 46 and 7th. 8th, it's Craig Warren. 9th position, it's going to be Jim Bennett. Then Landon Abbott, the 70 machine, the guy who came into tonight's event as the points leader, will end up in 10th. Sean Calloway, 11th. Then Bill Aker in 12th. Down to the Dale Emmons victory lane in just a second. We'll get a word. And what a great race. We'll get the insight on what happened between the 0-1 and the 70 from Reno Marchetti as soon as he makes his victory lap. Another wild race spot.
Visit shiprepairtraining.com and join our legacy. Reno Marchetti pulls into victory lane. RC Luck Excavating for driver 0-1, who comes in number 1. Race fans, Reno Marchetti! Reno, man, I tell you what, man, it was pretty wild, but you and the 70 got a little bit of door slamming going on and got a little rough off of 2 there.
Yeah, that's the only thing that can happen when you race that hard. I'm going to apologize because I know I wasn't giving anything and neither was he. I hate to even win one like that, but I was hoping we'd just run like that to the finish, and it really just, I'm sorry if it was me.
After about 20 laps straight side by side, buddy. This car was a rocket ship, fastest in qualifying, inverted the top 4. And to drive up and be able to do that, man, that says a lot about everything in the preparation y'all do with this machine.
Yes, sir. It's basically all my dad and myself. Mainly my dad. I help him when I can, and he's the brains and the engineer behind everything.
There we go. Well, we're going to get you around front. We've got Nicole Dunkley around here with us from Lions Shipyard. And she's got the checkered flag and the trophy for you, buddy.
Hi. Hello. How you doing? Congratulations.
Thank you.
From Lions Shipyard. We've been in business for over 80 years, and we want to give you a big congrats. You had an awesome race. Woohoo!
Well, thank you very much, Nicole. Thank you all for being here and everything for Langley Speedway.